Hello everyone and welcome to the stream. This is Otaku Showboat. Today is Thursday, August 1st, 2019. It's August already. Wow. Already August. And today in our Pyanodon's playthrough of Factorio, I will be continuing to scale. Don't forget, if you're watching on YouTube, be sure to comment, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, as well as, if you are so inclined, head on over to twitch.tv/otakushowboat to leave a follow and turn on notifications so that you can show up when I go live to actually watch the streams as they happen. You can also follow me on Twitter at otakushowboat and head on over to otakushowboat.com to read my weekly recap posts concerning what I think about the week as it happened. So yeah, today is more scaling. That is the theme. I have done a little bit of work off screen a little bit earlier this morning. Basically, it involved just planning out what I will need. Oh, hello. Mining productivity 2. That is incredibly handy. Excavation 2 is also going to be incredibly handy for niobium and limestone in not niobium, but for limestone, stone, and chromium, actually. Because with chromium, I now have unlimited ore of all types. Just thanks to the power of chromium. So obviously here my plan is to continue to use productivity modules in everything that can use the productivity modules. I do, however, need to make a lot of electronics factories to do this. So, going to be crafting quite a few electronics factories. I'm also going to come up here because I definitely need a few productivity modules, and in fact, I will expand how many get crafted here. You can see that I had already filled up the chest of those, and I've got a few efficiency and speed modules that I have crafted as well. Just a few at this point, thanks to the work that I've done in scaling up my production of the Circuit 2s. It looks like microchips are now the limiting factor. What is the issue regarding microchips? These are transistors, these are the microchips. Light N silicon is a problem. Heavy N, light N. No etching solution. Oh, and you take 4, so that means so long as I can use these, yes I can. That might be valuable. Incredibly valuable. Now, I'm gonna get in my car, because I want to see what the issue is with the etching solution. That seems rather problematic. I do, however, want to continue making electronics factories. Lots of iron being used here for the electronics factories. I should probably just automate these. At this point, I mean, it's mining drills, pipe, plate, FB reactors. Oh gosh, that's quite a few things. So mining drills, boilers, pipes, and Stone furnaces. Oh, that's why these need stone. That explains it. Oh, and I'm apparently handcrafting small parts. That also explains some things. Where's my car? Down here. Yay, building automation. I should do that at some point. Yeah, in particular the FB reactors, it seems, because they do get used quite a fair bit. Okay, all of these are done. So I can do that. Productivity all of the way. Alright. That would help. There you go. Now you got all you need. So yeah, 4 of these is roughly equivalent. I think. In PyBlock, the rot stuff is so slow to craft. You get encouraged to automate some buildings. Yeah, the handcrafting of, like, the wrought iron pipe in particular is a bit annoying. A little bit annoying. I'm actually at the point in my current PyBlock playthrough where I have just gotten to green science. I've just finished automating my green science, and I've got my circuit boards going, but freaking hell, the lack of copper is annoying. Copper is the #1 biggest bottleneck right now. I am literally burning iron ore to get more copper at the moment. It's really frustrating. And then what's more frustrating is that I will eventually have to start burning molybdenum. Because the copper chains give molybdenum. You... Oh, so you made ash through... Or you made your rich clay through ash. See, I did the conversion of tar. I did what I did here in this playthrough, which is the, where is it? Here. Tar to rich clay and CO2. Well, it gives... Oh, hello. That was a quick recipe. How about diamond mining? That sounds fun. This ends up giving you a little bit of aromatics, and it gives you a bunch of flue gas to actually eventually fuel more ash for the actual rich clay through ash production. And it gives you a little CO2. Not too bad of a recipe, honestly. Boop, 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 boop. Alright, I need nowhere near this many. Yeah, I need 32, which is 4 of these. By the way. Doink. Oh my god, that's... Why would you even do this? Vacuum is free. Why would you productivity module vacuum for pressured air? Now, for reference, that recipe that converts the tar into the rich clay does require a lot of tar, but which would require quite a few buildings in PyBlock to get that much tar. Quite a few buildings to get that much tar, considering the primary method of generating tar is through your destructive distillation columns, converting coal to coke. That's the primary one. What I would do is set up some mushrooms to make coal to then make coke out of DDCs. Or the stone-based DDCs. That works too, to directly make tar. Granted, I'm now at that point where now that I have the green science, I have to actually set up the niobium chain to get niobium to get the sand extractors that I really desire. I really desire sand extractors. Because that is a direct upgrade. Like, hell yeah, I would love to essentially convert iron to tar by doing that. Iron to stone to tar. Anyway, these can actually use speed modules. Because now that goes from, yeah, 10 to 12. And these need 32 per second? Yeah, I can do this in 3. Thanks to even just having one with speed modules, so I'll just break these down and connect things up. These are not ideal. Just get the power going right there and stick you down there. And that should give exactly enough vacuum that I need to feed these. I need to actually go and, like, grab inserters and all of that good stuff, so I'm just going to take a bit of a drive right now. I am tempted to start streaming Pyblock at some point, but part of me is waiting on the next update that will ideally help with the balance on copper. Being able to access or have an early copper mine will be a big, big bonus. Will help dramatically. I'm not even using the early iron mine. Like, that's not even remotely close to being on the agenda. Super alloy, super steel, and special small parts. Interesting. Oh, hey, this is a little funky that... Yeah, I don't have that. I don't see any reason to actually pick this up right now. Hey, there's resource and all. Guess I'll pick that one up. Give me... I know I am carrying around a bunch of modules right now. Just eating up my inventory. Have I even picked up the techs yet? Or modular armor. That sounds like a plan, actually. Why have I not done that yet? Or have I? I have not. Boom. I will immediately change over to that. That is another row of inventory space by getting one of those, even if I'm not actually using it. There. Stop. Up. Back up. Need inserters. Need all the inserters. In fact, I want you to start buffering a few extra stacks. But yeah, once I get to the sand extractors in PyBlock, everything will be glorious, but that does, of course, involve setting up an entire niobium processing line first. And hey, drill heads will be a thing at some point to actually do straight up ground borers. Ground borers are highly desired. Highly desired. I really want them. That will be how everything is scaled. It's like a battle just to get to that point in green science to actually get to the ground borer recipes, but once you do, that's when things can transition and you can start feeling more like a traditional, or more like a normal Pi game. I'm just heading over because I want to also pick up some undergrounds and such. Maybe fill my car with some of this. Start grabbing some stone. Just a bit of stone. A little bit. So, about that etching solution. What is its problem? So I also want a productivity module this stuff. The back end on the circuit ones. Just for reference. Oh hey, that's not enough aluminium. Interesting. I unfortunately did not finish going through off-screen the rest of the new stuff that's required for the production of Circuit 3s yet. There's a lot of things that will be required for Circuit 3s. Alright. While I'm here, I could increase the speed on these, but I'll take the reduced energy. So many wonderful things that happen that you can do with modules. I was tempted to add, oh yeah, I can start getting long reach stuff again. Yeah, belt immunity equipment is going to be required. I was tempted to put in Bob's modules, because that is actually compatible. You can use Bob's modules for a Pyanodon's playthrough. However, gold contacts requires gold. So you can't actually start using Bob's modules until after you do gold processing and start making gold plates. And then you have to sink your gold plates into modules. Granted, Bob's modules are slightly insane, but I think the cost is well worth it. They do take gold. I don't even know how many electronics factories I'm making, or how many I actually need. I think I'm overbuilding now with the number of electronics factories. I'll have enough to expand my Circuit 1 production at this point. Most likely. Alright, etching! What is your problem? Hydrogen peroxide is your problem. What is your problem? What is your problem? Liquid nitrogen. What is... your problem? Excuse me? What the? That's apparently a thing. Give me... doesn't really matter what tank, I guess. I haven't even seen the 1000L tank yet. Yeah, you are important. For now. Add a bit more water into that system. Thanks. By the way, do you take... You do? That's actually really bad, I think, because I don't know if that impacts the amount of steam produced. That's actually a really good question. Does this actually increase the amount of output steam? It looks like it does. So this actually cycles and adds water into your system over time by using productivity modules on this. Which is not what I want. It does, because the numbers were changing on the output of steam from like 33 something to 40. So it looked to me, because the numbers did occasionally pop higher, that yeah, that's a thing. Coal processing 3, what do you do? Oh, hey, look, it's Mark 2 bots. Yeah, let's make Mark 2 bots. Let's just skip the Mark 1 generation of bots. For reference, Kovarex processing, I believe, only hits... Well, it is different because it only adds a +1 on the uranium, so there are some things that are influenced by productivity in different ways. Oh, That's the issue. Hello, Super Steel. Not required for the construction Mark II, but it's absolutely required for the logistic bot. Yeah, I've been able to do the Mark I bots this whole time. I've been able to do the vanilla bots this whole time, but base versions of bots are simply too slow. They are simply too slow. Huh. Ash out of coal dust. That's a thing. Yeah, now that I have my modular armor, yeah, I would prefer sticking at least the one level of robot speed before really setting up bots. And then Pyanodon's charging pads for robots are really good. Like the charging station on robots is pretty amazing. They just show up and leave. Like there's no time it takes. They're just done immediately. Yeah, so the Mark ones of the cargoes require lubricant. Lubricant and chromium. Well, anyway, I do want to get around to... Ah, hello. It's a bulb! It's a bulb! A wonderful bulb. Ah, I want it. I want it here. It's a bulb! A traditional water tower. So yeah, productivity in this in a closed loop system is not a good idea. So... speed is also not a particularly good idea because I don't have the nitrogen to feed speed, so I guess... how much power to use? Yeah, I guess it's worth doing that. Get your power down at least. Yeah, the next base I'm doing that I have on my personal playthrough list is a like really high density map settings on the ore and just automating basically everything at this point. Alright, that's that taken care of. It's, at least that should be that taken care of. That is the liquid nitrogen flowing again. Yeah, the tanks... I try not to use them as best I can, but sometimes you have to. It just makes life easier on the closed loop systems, from what I've seen. This is a lot of buildings. Like, this is a lot of buildings. There is a Mark II foundry. Huh. Interesting. Don't know why one would need a Mark II foundry. Oh yeah, PCB Factory only uses one module. That is sucky. You take these. Yes, yes, you do. Good to know. Yeah, this is why I only ever use RSO. I only ever use RSO for resource generation. I don't try to muck about with things. You're still lacking etching? Am I just not making enough etching? That's also an option. I think that's probably what's going on here. I'm just not making enough etching solution. RSO operates off of multipliers of what you set the sliders to in the initial map gen settings. So, and since we now have the ability to go all the way up to 600% on those sliders, it's, yeah. Well, I guess I have to take care of that now. It can be a little crazy. Just a little crazy, with even the most minor of changes. Yeah, as if I could do... Yeah, that's not happening anytime soon. Mark III would be not... Oh, I have to pick up this tech, because it's required for all of the ore processing levels, alright. Cool. Guess that's happening. It's unfortunate that RSO can't be used with space block. And of course, space block, I'm absolutely referring to the space exploration mod. For all intents and purposes, it is space block. At least from what I've seen on Nilaus's stream, it's like, yeah, that's space block. Probably a good idea to finish doing this on every single one of these electrolysis machines, electrolyzers. Just throw efficiency and everything. Speaking of throwing efficiency at everything, I think I've got a couple more that I need to throw into over here powerhouses. Should also upgrade these powerhouses and such, and turbines to the Mark IIs, but I need to pick up more circuit boards for that. Yeah, you guys. This decreases the amount of coke used to fuel these machines. That's the whole idea here. You there. Aww. Well, it's worth a shot. It was worth a shot. Oh yeah, and technically... Yeah, speed. All the speed on these sinkholes and such void items, they will always get speed. Okay. Right, I need to... do this. Because I'm gonna, the part of what's required for stainless steel requires phosphate rocks, I think. Or something. Here, across, down. Yeah, molten stainless steel needs phosphate rocks. Had to make sure that that's connected. I can reclaim all of this stuff. Yeah, I could use my nanobots to break this down, but seems like a bit of a waste of the nanobot charges. Really? Really, really? Time for another chest of crap. I should actually probably continue holding on to that. Yeah, much rarer rocks should probably be a thing. Because you get to a certain point with your tech, and then you can unlock the ability to tap into all these rocks that are strewn about the place, and there's just so many of them. Then again, I am using RSO. Do I want that? Yeah, that would be good. I don't need to have any of this belt with any of these drill heads around. So, phosphates. Step 1. Yes, you do. Alright, that's good to know. Wood, of course. Of course, wood is the issue here. Is there a mark? There is. Nifty. Let's do that. Time to increase the wood generation by infinity. Overloading with rocks? Yeah. I mean, if you're talking standard rocks as well, the alien biomes is the culprit on standard rocks. It spawns in way too many. RSO's already attempted to tone down standard rock generation, but you've got alien biomes, don't even bother trying. It's way too much. Way too much. So, what do I need? I need some rubber, nylon, wood, of course. Well, nylon I've got. I just need to pick up some more rubber. I mean, you can reduce the rocks from alien biomes by turning off every single volcanic tile. That's one way to do it. Just remove all volcano tiles. Because that's the biggest culprit. There's even big patches of rocks in desert, so it's like you're screwed either way. You know, I think I want speed modules in these. It's only 20%. But I don't feel like adding more of these gigantic buildings. And these buildings are gigantic. Probably want speed in the Ulrich corrals as well. As nice as efficiency is, speed is always desired. Same down here with my Relesia. Now, I have to check. I now need... By the way, I never did put down Relesia plantations that I think I made. 4.91. Yeah, I think I'm making enough. In fact, oh my god, that is insane. Like, really? You can put productivity modules in something making something out of water. Okay. Okay, you win. Let's see, with speed modules, 3 of these is 1.4. I need a lot more than that. Like, a lot more than that. Thanks. Here I am trying to get wood for my phosphoric acid production, and yet for that I need rubber. And for Mark II versions of machines to give me wood, and yeah. This, is a thing. Oh, hello. Yeah, give me all of this. All of this. That's nice. Yes, please. Thank you. What else do I need? Nothing. Circuit 2s. Yeah, that would be nice. What is the difference here? Crafting speed doubles. Yeah, that's good. That's really good. And of course, the best recipe for making logs in these botanical greenhouses, nurseries, is the water plus CO2. Water plus CO2 is the best recipe because you can directly convert logs into organic matter at a really good rate and make way more CO2 out of that organic matter than what is required to actually feed the process. So always, always, always use that recipe. Other recipes involving ash and tailings are decent, and fertilizer, they're decent, but they're not the best. The end-all be-all. What? Oh. It was attempting to pick up tinned cable, but my inventory was full. Duh. Oh. Stack size 100. Where is a crap chest? Here. Take that. And that. And that. And that. And, oh gosh, hello. This! Take those, please. That. Too. Engine units! Oh my goodness. That is a thing. Engine units! Oh, hello. What do I really need? Better Molly. Where's Better Molly? There's no Better Molly here. Where is molybdenum processing 2? Does that even exist? It should be one of the ones that looks like this. Where is MO? MO, it does not exist! Does it not exist? It doesn't exist. See, this is MO. There's no molybdenum processing 2. There's no better Oh, that's annoying. Alright. I need chromium processing 3 to unlock gold processing. Oh, hello. Okay. So you have to wait until production science packs to do gold. Is gold required for circuit 3s? I'm doing the chromium processing recipe here. Gold plate. Yeah, gold plate is required for processors. Which is part of circuit 3s, and it's used it's used directly in circuit 3s. So you need production science packs to make gold, unless you do soot to make gold plates directly, which you can get soot. Out of various recipes here. And convert it into gold plates early, but in order to actually get gold plates, you're gonna need gold processing, which is production science packs. Hello, that is a thing. Yeah, it gives you production, milk, chem, logic, and automation. Yeah, talk about high tech. Yeah, quantum computing. So, control units we can make, technically. Oh, I didn't pick up any medium electric poles. That's a shame. Coated container. Right, I was sort of looking at this stuff. Needs industrial diamonds. So the whole diamond chain. I can technically make particle accelerators now, so all of those easier recipes that you can do in particle accelerators are possible, but not advisable, due to requiring, I'm sure, crap tons of power, as well as being really slow. I believe the technical term to that is metric F-ton of power. I'm out of coffee. Who knows? So I need my medium electric poles now. On top of everything else. I need to go down anyway to get engine units. By the way, that 20% extra speed on the rubber, that is required, actually. In fact, I'll probably be just expanding that rubber production greatly. Oh, yeah. Ahem. Electrolyzers. That. I need more saline. Electrolyzers are very high on their power uses. It's like 800 megawatts per machine. So adding some efficiency is always worth it. Yeah, I've already put the efficiency in those. I am overproducing on the aromatics, that's good. I'm backing up on them. What about creosote? Yes, it looks like I am backing up on creosote as well, which is pretty awesome. I have about as much tar as I could ever need on the planet. Pretty much a full throughput pipe of the stuff, so... Ooh, hello, that is not good. That's not good. I really don't know what I want to do with all of this, though. The, acetylene, because that's just so much coke. Get out. Hey, kitty, sounds like someone's getting your breakfast ready for you. Are you gonna just stay here sleeping, or are you actually gonna go get your breakfast? He's just gonna stay here sleeping. What's missing? Oh, right. So level 3 stuff is here now, taking up even more space on this page. Alright. All the way down. Oh, goodness, there is a level 3 of the botanical nurseries. Oh, yeah, biopolymers. I was sort of looking at that as well the other day. Give me that stuff. Give me that stuff. Give me that stuff. Give me this stuff. And give me this stuff. Oh, Nextlit plates are required as well. What about for you? special small parts are required for those. Why? Exactly. That seems like a pretty major inconsistency. Why is there any Mark II machine that requires special small parts? What about the level 3 here? Does the level 3 follow that same pattern? So, level 3 stuff, Mark 3 stuff, tends to require special small parts. And yet, the Mark 3 wood processing unit does not require parts. But it does need things like phosphate glass, the biopolymers, stuff that other machines use as well. That's weird. I think that that is an issue. Oh god, the thingy's gone off again. Of course, no one leaves a message. Yeah, Kitty woke up from that. He's awake now. Hey. Yeah, you're awake now. Are you gonna leave me? Because you've got food. Sounds like, or at least someone's getting it for you. Okay. So, I did not intend that to need, I did not expect that to need special small parts. I think that that is an oversight? A bug? Maybe? I don't know why that would be an intended requirement for wood processing units when every other Mark II machine doesn't use special small parts. Because if we have a look at special small parts, which I apparently don't have the recipe for at the moment. Parts. You. Behind machines for oil industry Mark III. Super steel. As well as aerogel and Nenbit matrix. Glass fibers I know I can make right now. So grease. There's a way of making grease right now. Aerogel. Locked behind aerogel. Well, that tells me nothing. Out of soaked gel. Out of acetone and clear RF gel. RF gel. Resorcinol formaldehyde. Limestone. Alright, so that you can make once you pick up aerogel. So already our special small parts is locked behind machines for oil industry Mark III, as well as the aerogel. What about Nenbit matrix? Out of Nexlit matrix and niobium titanium alloy. Well, this is the whole epoxy stuff, and we can go ahead and do that now as well. So ultimately, because I know I can do the glass fibers and we have all of the other things, we're not automating advanced small parts, but we could. Super steel would be the biggest concern, although I already have aramid and sand castings, can scale aramid. The molten would be the problem. This would involve having to set up fuel rods and vanadium as the biggest step here, I would need to get the tech for vanadium processing, or machines for oil industry 3. Although this seems... wow, okay. 4,000 tar and silver zinc alloy. 1,000 units per second of tar for 1 every 4 seconds. Yeah, about that. So, vanadium oxide. I might be tempted to do particle accelerators for vanadium. That seems like a thing. Maybe. From precipitate, from pulp 5, pulp 4. Pregnant acid solution. That's new. Vanadium mixture. Uranium waste. Oh, uranium processing 4. Organic vanadate. Vanadium concentrate. Vanadium solution. Blue liquor? Vanabins. This is a really, really long... We're digging deep here on this chain. Oh my gosh. And it ends up starting, I think, here. Hippos. I'm gonna call them hippos. They're Zyhippos. Zyhippos. Hippos. Yeah. That's what I'm gonna call them. From oh gosh, so tailings dust, phytoplankton, and pressured water to get their blood. We're gonna get robots first. We're gonna get robots before we concern ourselves with that. So after spending all that time looking at what's coming, because we're gonna go through it at some point. What is ahead of us? Ooh, yeah, that cleared up some stuff. Do you have anything of value? Those? That. I think that's all I want off of you right now. This is my normal car. Alright, car. Let's not forget my purpose for coming this direction. Ahem. Boop, 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 boop. So, this means getting regular wood processing units at this point because Mark IIs are not happening. They're not happening. So, ultimately, we are just saving space at this point by upgrading the botanical nurseries to Mark II. And yes, they are double the production speed, which is just fine by me. I have to pick up even more engine units and more Nexalit plate. That's fine. I've got plenty of Nexalit. I've got a chest full of Nexalit stacks. Yeah, I can't craft the Mark II wood processing unit because for some reason, out of everything else Mark II, the wood processing unit Mark II requires special small parts. Which is dumb. I don't think it should require special small parts at Mark II for any of the Mark II items. I should be able to craft every single Mark II items. The Botanical Mark II, I can make the Botanical Mark IIs. I can I've just made several of them. In fact, I am just picking up Nextlit and then engine units. My Nextlit is right up here. Engine units. I've got circuit board 2s automated. What do you mean you can't make botanical 2s? I don't know why you can't make botanical 2s. Is it worth this right now? I don't know. I've sort of gotten what I want. Oh, aerogel. Yeah, that's gonna be needed. Botanical... Nursery Mark II is under Mining Machines 2. In high coal processing. And petroleum handling and raw ores. I think you're thinking about the mushroom farms. There's no upgrade to mushroom farms. Nextlit. I wish there were upgrades to mushroom farms, but the entirety of every bioprocessing stuff that involves like all the animals and things doesn't have the higher mark variations either. Only the botanical nurseries do. But everything in here, the like Kickalk stuff and the Zipiers and the Augs, none of them have higher mark levels. And I would expect that actually to come after Pi Alien Life. Whatever additions and changes that Pi Alien Life makes, I would hope that there would be mark variations of all of those machines. Yeah, as things stand now, only the botanical nurseries are they're the only quote organic item that has mark levels. Yeah, that's right. I need to pick up engine units. Engine units are required. They are being made right over here. Hello, engine units. And hello, botanical nurseries. Duralumin, huh? Wait. Right. What am I going to move there? Question, where did the, like, machine drop? I don't know. 3, huh? Need more glass. Now, the duralumin, I'm pretty sure, is choked exclusively because... Well, A, I got rid of my thingies here for this. For the one through plates, but... Oh. Wait, what? Molten. Molten, I don't have. Wait, here. I thought that this was limited by copper. Why are you... Aluminium, why are you choking so hard? I do not understand. It is choking. Oop, I only need 2, not 3. Although I could probably expand to 3. Let's see, how many of these do I have? That would be 11. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna make one more. We'll have 12. Yeah, that sounds good. And power. Oh, I actually do have space here. That's excellent. I've got plenty of carbon dioxide to feed this. Question is, how many wood processing machines do I need to convert now 2.4? 20. And then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I need another 14. Not quite 14. 13, I'll say, because I have 2. Two of these guys taking up 0.2, so really 18 is required, so 12. 14. Anyway, I'll be making 12 of these guys. I need to pick up some standard copper, which is buffered over here. Iron, tin. Okay, that should be 12 being crafted. Five, six, seven, nine, 10, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yes. And then I need to concern myself with the proper balancing, so I'm going to I have to figure out how I'm gonna route this stuff this way. Oh, am I only outputting on the one side? I guess that doesn't really matter at this point. But what matters a lot more is having a balanced output, somewhat balanced output. Although it makes 5, so... I hate when that happens. I hate having to do the belt balancers, but I'll need to do belt balancers at places on here. Let's see. That, those, that. And because I'm pretty sure I don't have the length. Now, let's... Now it's just copy-paste. That's 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And just waiting on these last buildings to craft. So, I've just expanded my actual wood production, I don't know, like 3-4-fold. It went from like 3.7 something per second. .75. It actually tripled, I guess. Going from 6 to 18 to 11.25. That's lovely. Now remember, this is to very specifically provide enough wood to fully feed my phosphoric acid and phosphene production. That's really all this is for at the moment, is to feed something else that's feeding other things further down the line. And at one point up here, at some point anyway, I want to do a proper belt balancer. Probably going to need to do one, yeah, a bit before here. As well. Just so that we don't end up with situations where stuff can't output. Because we have an odd number of things is gonna cause problems. It's an odd number on the output. Also, you can take these, but because of the slowdown on the speed, I would need a lot more. Let's go back up to 2.4 or whatever. Not 2.4, 2.2. It would take 32. I have 20. No, I have 18 right now. I would need 32, all of which filled with productivity modules. I would end up with 12.32 out. I don't know if this actually takes into account the productivity. I think it does. But yeah, this is what would be required. What would be required. I could alternatively just have used speed modules, said F it, use speed modules. Take the extra energy out from it, but anyway. I did what I did. I did what I did. Now, I'm pretty sure that the problems from the aluminium stem from not enough phosphoric acid to begin with. I'm pretty sure that the problems with like the aluminium and everything else down the line, the etching solution, it stems from lack of this stuff. And I was going to look at saline water again. I really do like that saline from stone. The looks of that saline from stone. Because I can just shove iron into iron rods for stone. But I just got the recipe to get stone from ground borers. So there's now 2 ways to get stone. For free. Well, I say, quote, free. One is through iron rods, the other is through drill heads. In terms of what's the more efficient of resources, I have no clue. I haven't done the math. Is it worth using the drill heads? I don't know. Ooh, there's a Mark II sand extractor. That's handy. Something tells me that there's not a Mark II ground borer. Realistically speaking, there doesn't need to be one. Just looking at it, no, there is not a Mark II ground borer. Give me iron. I'm just going to look at the recipe for stone. Now, why do I want to look at saline water? Because there is a pretty efficient recipe that gives you hydrogen chloride as well as phosphoric acid out of phosphene plus saline water. It used to be just phosphene and water gave you phosphoric acid and HCl. That was nifty, to say the least. So, now that I'm at Blue Science, I have access to all of the things. All of the beautiful things. Including, I think, stone. Yeah. Of course, also coal, gas, and lubricant is needed for this, but Man, I think that that's worth it. For that footprint. But the thing is, stone to saline water, okay? You're throwing all of this, all of that, at 16.67 stone. How much saline water does that actually end up being? Well, if you get a washer, uh, technically I could just craft Mark II washer. Sure, let's do that. And when I get a washer and put it down, we'll see that it's not actually that much saline water to begin with. And if I happen to have a... Why do I not happen to have a chemical plant? Because that's what this is needing, is chemical plants for this recipe. Chem plant. Mark II washer. So, saline from stone. In this thing, it takes 6.67 to get 33.3. 33.3, so that's divide by 2 and multiply by 10 for how much you put in. So we put in 8.33, divide that by 2 and multiply that by 10. That's how much saline water. So little over 40 units per second of saline water. And if you double that, it's like 80 something units per second of saline water. How much does this need to do this? It's an HCl recipe. Is it in a... Let me actually look this up. Hydrogen chloride. This recipe. Oh, it's in a mixer. Okay, it's not even in that. It's in a mixer. Mixers are here. Only one version of mixers. Oh yeah, and if you are watching this right now, in recent time of this video either going up on YouTube or watching live, Pyanodons is soft locked with version 17.60 of the game. If you're not using PyBlock. Base Pyanodons itself requires laser turrets or molybdenum mines, but laser turrets are now locked behind blue science. But you need molybdenum to get blue science because it's needed for aramid. Molybdenum plates are needed in the aramid chain. In fact, I think used directly for aramid, yeah. So, molybdenum is needed for aramid, and that's needed for circuit 2s, which is needed for chemical science packs, blue science. So, you need to either install one of the mods that revert the changes of 1760, or don't use 1760 until Pyanodon or King Arthur or someone updates things for molybdenum mines or for laser turrets to not be unlocked like that. Mixer. You. So here's like the scale of things. Here, 50 units per second saline water, 2.5 phosphene to give 7.5 phosphoric, as well as 10 oxygen and 20 HCl. Hello, kitty. He hopped up and then now he's leaving again. Alright, sure. In total right now, oh yeah, I totally put productivity modules in this. Because ooh. Yes, please. I will take that. Yeah, you're not making much phosphine or phosphoric acid in terms of raw numbers anyway. So it really doesn't matter too much. I wonder how many module slots you have. Please tell me 2. It is identical. Alright. Good to know. And then it's a crafting speed of double the crafting speed. So that's also really nice. That saves space, shall we say? Plus 8% productivity. It's not much, but it exists. Let's see, so yeah, I need phosphine right now, and I'm also in need of phosphoric acid, but you can see this process, converting phosphine into phosphoric, extra phosphoric, yeah, you get less phosphoric for phosphine, but if you do the recipe in the mixer, you end up getting 3 times more phosphoric as you do phosphine. So that recipe is a no-brainer. So either way, I'm going to need saline water for this. 50 saline water, though, you can see here. It's like, okay, well, that's actually a fair amount of stuff if using this. Otherwise, you use the ground borers. Not the ground borers, you use the sand extractors, which just require iron. But that recipe requires, I'm pretty sure, a lot more iron overall. So really, I don't know at this point. So what I'm ultimately saying is I don't know about these things here. Oh, can you, oh my god, that. Now that's handy. That's handy. Alright, let me have a look-see here. That makes it a lot more worth it. How about here? No, you can't do it there. But you can do speed, which I think is one of the issues on the washers. You can do speed. That actually works out quite nicely. And what about in the mixer? Mixer can use 4. Oh, yes. That makes things a lot better. Okay. Okay. That, I like that a lot. I like that a heck of a lot. So that is a 16% productivity bonus at the moment, and that will just keep getting better as we progress through the game and get better productivity modules. Although, yeah, we sort of need circuit board 3s for the level 2 productivity modules as well as the level 3, and you can't get circuit board 3s until after the next level of science, actually. So the productivity science, I think it's the equivalent of yellow. Production science packs, excuse me. This guy. We can technically make this without the next circuit because it's actually required to make the next circuit because it's required for gold. So things like the nuclear sample. Oh look, you need red science to make production science. Okay, sure. But what's handy here is that, okay, industrial solvent. Industrial solvent's going to be needed for processors, for circuit 3s. So there is quite a bit of overlap here. of which we're making organic solvent, we're making syngas, we're not making soda ash regeneration solution. But this is ash and saline water and water. Again, saline water, needing a lot of saline water. So I could do this for saline, as much saline as I could ever desire straight out of stones, out of the inputs from the ground borers, which ground borers are technically self-sustaining because you can just extract the iron and the uh blah. Yes, the chromium and the iron you can get out of ground borers and feed the production of the drill heads out of that, and you can feed as much like tar, stone-based tar added as well. That you can, yeah. So you can throw tar, and tar makes the lubricant through aromatics through creosote, as well as the coal gas out of tar. So it is actually self-sustaining, and that's assuming stone out of sand extractors out of just iron. That's not even taking into consideration stone out of this process itself, which might end up actually being a lot better. Just convert stone to the tar, to the lubricant, to the coal gas. So theoretically this is all self-sustaining. But it's easier to use salt for salt water, because a single salt mine feeds 50 per second of saline water. It's just a salt mine and a chemical plant, and you don't have to go through any of this chain of nonsense. And I have 5 things of salt here for a lot more. I have 5 salt here and another 5 salt up here for a lot more saline water. So, given the option, what do I want to do right now? Do I want to just do stone-based saline out here to feed into this while I'm out here, or do I go set up that solution that's going to eventually run out anyway, because it's based off of salt, and then I have less salt to work with overall, and have to keep expanding, going outwards, looking for salt. I think at the moment I'm going to do this. Actually make 4 ground borers and do it this way. Actually, I don't think I even need 4 ground borers. I need... I just probably want to do a couple of mixers. Wait, how much... So, how much phosphene am I making? Because I'm going to need a lot of phosphene. Phosphene gets used directly. In fact, how much can I feed? So I'm making... How much phosphorus acid? Apparently 15 per second on the phosphorus acid, although I have room for improvement. That just multiplied my production by 3, by the way. Not quite, because I don't have a red belt of the pure sand, so up to 15 per second of pure sand, let's say, of output, so not quite 45. Just casually plops down 3 Mark II. High pressure furnaces there. And yeah, these should be limited only by the pure sand input at this point. Actually, probably just limited by the inserter speed. So, let's just say I have a lot. And I'm going to do some copy paste work here. Oh, that's unfortunate. Oh, and you're, of course, using small poles. And iron pipe. Alright, what do you look like back here? Even this should be working, just have to extend that down. Yeah, sort of using all of the wood that I'm now producing with this, but hey, gotta make more stuff and things. Wait, how much pure sand? Which reminds me. Yes, there's no sand there. Sand extractor. Niobium, chromium. Where's my car? I left my car all the way behind. Because of course I did. Of course I did. I suppose one thing I could do as well, but it's only 2. I wonder if I am technically backing up on phosphoric. That would be handy. With just the changes that I've made thus far. If I'm now producing enough of my phosphoric. I suppose I can tell by looking at you whether or not I have enough phosphoric. The answer is no. Clearly not. Let's look at my aluminium here. Yeah, limited by the phosphoric coming in. This is my mission today, it seems. That is the actual car. I need what now? Niobium and chromium. Well, niobium I've got on me, chromium not so much. Have to take a bit of a trip for that. So, actually no, I don't need to take a bit of a trip for that because I have chromium coming down the bus. What am I thinking? What am I thinking? Sometimes I don't even know. You. What is the difference? Crafting speed 1v2, so twice as fast. Which actually comes in handy. Plastic, stainless steel, and niobium. So, these guys. Ooh, aerogel. Aluminium processing 3 might be handy. Just gonna throw that out there. That's probably gonna be handy. Control units might also be a thing that I start making soon. Ish. Oh, please. Oh. Yes. All the yes. Very handy. So, yeah, about that. Let's see, 3.2. 2.72 for a little less than a red belt or a full yellow. What happens if I speed it? Three gives me 4.4. Huh. Good to know. Well, I've made 4, so... which is 16 per second at 3.2. Or 19.2 at 3.84. Compared to stone, by the way. Bear in mind that 6 per second... or actually, since I have the Mark IIs of these, give me sticks. You can make up to 10 per second. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, so I can do lots and lots of stone straight out of iron, which I think is ultimately going to be more valuable. So the amount of iron per second is that amount of sticks divided by 2. So for 3.2 iron plates per second, you can feed 16 stone. 3.2 iron plates per second. Now, I'm pretty sure that's a lot lower if you look at the drill heads from ground borers. Of course, you then also need the lubricant and the coal gas, which, by the way, lubricant right now I am not making even remotely close to enough of. So, that's also a thing to keep in mind. Oh, hello, my phosphene is backed up. Now that's handy to know. Like, hey, the phosphene is actually backed up. That is a very good sign because I needed phosphene as part of my circuit 2 chain all the way up somewhere. Who was phosphene. You were phosphene. Ah, you're backed up on phosphene because you need etching solution, and etching solution needs phosphorus acid, or phosphoric acid, I should say, which I'm not producing enough of. Oh joy. Oh joy, oh bliss. So I keep flip-flopping on exactly what I want to do here. Ah, boy. I made those sand extractors just to have. I could transition in the sand production here because I got the 1, 2, 3, 4. That's apparently 10 per second. Like, if I upgrade these, I could throw more. Yeah, let's place that down. That alone is taking in 5. Those are taking in 5, so that's the full 10 now. So that's all of the sand I'm currently producing getting consumed. But of course, I still need more washers, and I am now out of circuit 2s on hand. Let me do... I'll do the sand extractor based stone. 4 of these will be 16 per second, which should absolutely give me... is that a Mark 1? No. Mark 2, please. Making that. I should absolutely have iron plates to feed into this. Let's do this. Even though I know I have drill heads out here already, I don't want to do the logistics of bringing in the coal gas and the lubricant, especially when I know I'm already not producing enough lubricant. How do I know I'm not producing enough lubricant? Because lubricant is required for cermets, and I am not shoving enough lubricant in these if they needed to feed the entire... Like, if I was using all of my cermet production all at once, I would not have enough lubricant, I think, to feed it. Yeah, let's do this. This is an interesting way of doing it. So then, of course, I need the washer again. Makes me wonder if I want to just grab that Mark II. I would need 5. Means I need to grab iron. Who'd have thunk it? I need to grab iron. Oh, I apparently have enough to make a Mark II. That's handy. Do I want it on this side, though? I don't know. Probably not. Do this over here. Oh, look, water. Let's see. You are 6 2/3. Right, double. So 3. That's just for saline. So I guess 80 per second would be if I can feed the full 16. Which yeah, I don't have the thingies for that. Actually, no. There we go. There's stone. I will do this. As a way of getting around my issues. Could have used loaders, but eh. Meh. Just add water. Water, water everywhere. How much water, though? Is a really good question. 166, I think I've got the, throughput here. So yeah, free stone from iron. Pretty much. That gives saline water. And now I need the mixer. So the mixer will take in phosphine, saline, and send out HCl, oxygen, and phosphoric acid. A lot more phosphoric acid than the saline sent in. Now, oxygen from this. Oh, right, I need more mixers. Titanium. Of course. Of course. Something different. Fortunately, I think I have brought my titanium down, maybe? Yeah, titanium is required for aramid. I will, of course, not do this recipe ever again. This one can just die a horrible death. This actually... can exist here. Remember, because I need some phosphene. No, actually, I think one is fine. Because I'm making... Well, I'm making 80, so yeah, putting down the second is reasonable. Thing is, I think if I look at my HCl... I am backed up on my HCl. Am I not? No, it looks like it is moving, but it is relatively full pipes already. Still, though, I can put a valve on these so I can preferentially use the HCl from these, which is exactly what I'm going to do. As for the oxygen, now, I've got way more than enough oxygen, so this is just going to be vented. As for the phosphorus, or phosphoric acid, it can just go right in to its tank. Now, to actually route the hydrogen chloride, my HCl. First I have to find its lane to get an idea. Okay, one in line with that. Ooh, that's handy. That's my indicator, so the one right under this phosphene. Yeah, the one right under the phosphene. Which is all the way up there. So of course that's in the way. Alright, now I can grab my car and run it the rest of the way. Let's go. Alright. Now remember what I said about wanting to put in a valve. Just telling myself that again so that I don't forget. Must add valve. Which type of valve? I don't know. I don't know. Underflow, I guess, is fine. Underflow valve. So yeah, that allows these to send stuff out. By the way. Aww. Aww. I don't like that. Well, that's sucky. What about you guys? Chlorine! My chlorine production. What about you? I know I put efficiency in you, but can you take productivity? Nope! Of course not. So, for reference, the process that I'm now doing, while really nice on the conversion of phosphene into phosphorus. What about tholins? Yes, tholins are an option. If I need a lot more chlorine. Tholins are an option. It's power for chlorine. And especially now that I have access to efficiency modules and can just straight up efficiency module my Tholin plants to make them use that much less energy. Makes them quite valuable. I think their value, however, is mostly in acetylene. Can they be productivity moduled? Yes. I believe that they can. It works out fine because Tholins... See, I wouldn't actually put value behind productivity because it's just you're getting more out. You get 4% more Tholins as Tholins. And then 4% more of whatever you turn the Tholins into for a level 1 productivity module. I think they only have one slot for a module. So you get 4% more at a cost of taking plus 40% energy consumption on a machine that already consumes a lot of energy. So, yes, you can use productivity in Tholen plants and the atmospheric extractors, but they're not worth it because they cost 40% more power. Yes, though module slots are more scarce. It doesn't help that some higher mark level machines end up having less modules than the previous Mark 1 tier. Yeah, you don't have to design for endgame when everyone quits before Circuit 2s. That is true. Although I have been seeing complaints about the module slots on the higher mark level machines. It's like you spend so many resources to get those machines in the first place, and then they don't have module slots, or they end up having less module slots than the previous mark level, which ends up meaning that you can make the previous mark level actually better than the mark above it sometimes. Just because of the difference of one module slot. Also, I like that it's incredibly clear that this is Mark II. That the Mark IIs are all red. The Mark 1s are all yellows. Mark 3s, I'm sure, are all very beautiful blues. And I guess the Mark 4s are purple? Alright, well, that theoretically gives me enough phosphoric acid? Question mark? God, I hope so. I absolutely hope so. I'm consuming all of the phosphorus acid that I am currently able to produce to make phosphene plus phosphoric. Plus I'm converting an overflow of phosphene. Which looks like it's actually barely overflowing into phosphoric at 3-to-1 ratio. Yeah, well, I have the saline to feed this, but I don't have the phosphine. That's good to know. Yeah, I may want to go for the 14% productivity anyway. We shall see. There's further tweaks I can make involving... Oh yeah, you consume ash as well. I totally forgot about that. Nifty! But yeah, it's the amount of pure sand at the moment that is a problem. Which the only way to get more pure sand is, well, more washers and more sand extraction. Anyway, let me have a look now at etching solution. One of the machines is moving and accumulating phosphoric, so better than nothing. Anyway, I know it's like a little bit later today, but I do need to take a bit of a break now that we've sort of taken care of our phosphoric acid stuff, so I will take a brief, about 3-minute break and be back shortly. Alright, I have returned from the break. I don't know whether or not I want to move on to other things or continue tweaking this. I think the last thing that needs to be done here is to increase the pure sand output, in which it would be nice to have 3, 4. It would be nice to have 4 Mark II washers, so 3 more Mark II washers, which is going to require growing up and getting more Circuit 2s. That sounds like a good idea, actually, to do anyway. The washers are here. I need them, and then iron, and probably just more Nexalit and stuff. More Nexalit and stuff. What I want to see is my phosphoric acid backing up. You can see I actually have a pump here off of this tank. That number starts going up over time. And 2. That would make me really happy, because that would mean I would have more than enough on the phosphoric. Yeah, so bottleneck is pure sand now. For being able to make enough phosphorus acid to process into phosphine and phosphoric acid, and then phosphine excess being converted into more of the phosphorus acid. Or phosphoric, I should say. I wish we could do going back to phosphorus to make even more. Have a good loop. Have a loop. Yeah, I have no idea why that HCl recipe that takes in phosphine gives you 3 times more phosphoric acid out of phosphine, when the recipe that takes phosphine and directly converts it into phosphoric is less than 1-to-1. You get less phosphoric from phosphine. Alright, I have to go all the way up this bus anyway. Up we go! Up, and away! Up, and away we go. Yeah, take those electrolyzers away. Also, those electronics factories. Right, since we're up here. Yeah, it's interesting. Oh, right, that's right. Put Relesia. Huh. Hmm. Alright. Need the power poles to do their thing. Don't need anywhere near this many for vacuum. I only need 2. But it's, yeah, it's not piped, so I will, I can add a pipe. Actually, Yeah, I'll do it anyway. Boop. Boop. Oh, hello. Uh, speed. Sure, not even making robots, but I'll take speed. Speed, glorious speed. Part of me is tempted to just not do vacuum locally, but it's like, why? It's so easy to do locally. The machines aren't that big, and it's made out of nothing, so yeah. Get them power poles down. Oh, I think I need another little bit more landfill. Oh, yeah. Oh, there we go. It's like, where's the rest of my productivity modules? There they go. Is that everything? That would be everything. Also, again, with the amount of vacuum, but eh. It's fine. It's fine. So, yeah, that was a lot of expansion of this stuff that got done today. Yeah, yeah, to actually manage the pressure. Yeah, so that's one mechanic this game does not actually have. Or it attempts to simulate it in a different way. You there. So I came here specifically to grab more Circuit 2s. Assuming that there would be actual Circuit 2s. When, you know, the whole point was of what I'm doing was to make more Circuit 2s because I was choking from the etching solution. But I think grabbing this entire line helps a bit. You're backed up. You are not getting enough aluminum pulp 1, which is because there's not enough phosphoric acid. I assume. I can check that on my way back down. Especially since I have to sort of stop and pick up more Nexilid anyway. So many things I can do now that I have modules. So many beautiful things can happen. Alright, Nexlit. I'm not actually bussing Nexlit right now. As a thing to note. Oh, a lot of things actually need me to have an excellent. Oh, hello. Yeah, speed too. All the speed, so that once I do start making robots, they're actually of any value. Yeah, phosphoric. Now the question is, why? Also, please? Aw. Please? Nope. I can productivity the, lime, I think. Yes, I can productivity lime. Which would be very, 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 very useful to do. Although it's only 8% reduction in the amount of coke ultimately needed to feed what I needed to feed. The limestone line can be replaced with ground borers if I so desire. But yeah, that phosphoric. Hello! That might help. If it, was, you know, actually connected to my phosphoric acid line on the bus. How a pipe to ground got rotated is beyond me. But, yeah. There we go. Found the problem of why no aluminium anymore. Think I found your problem. Cue Adam Savage gif. Now there's your problem. Alright. That helps, but it also means that I'm consuming even more phosphoric acid. Yet more. Which is why I'm coming down with these extra Mark II washers to replace the Mark Is. And will attempt also to increase my sand production. There was a time that this tank was full. Those times are long past. Also, again, this is like not even remotely close to being a balanced output. Because these are different speeds. Of course. Of course, it's the wrong side. That should help. So now we've got to do another thingy, sand extractor. Ah, Nexlet, where's my car? Oh, Nexlet. Boom. Stones die. All these stones in the way. Let's see, you need, like, yeah, way less than what I'm capable of making there. So... how do I want to do this? Theoretically, I should actually place this down here, but then I'd have to bring the stuff all the way over. Guess. I suppose I will do this. Sand. I'm assuming you make, like, a lot. You make only 4. I thought it was 5. Oh well. Die rocks. So, what's missing on another one of these? Stainless steel. That I can get. That I can just walk right on over and get. Walk right on over here. Stainless steel. Hey, the aluminium's moving. Yay, we're moving. We're non-zero again. Which also means we should also be seeing some duralumin again. Granted, I have it buffered, so had a long time before I would have to worry about not having enough duralumin, but yeah. About that, see. That means that my copper will probably be a little bit choked for a little while until I do back up fully on the duralumin. But etching. I don't even know how. I didn't pay attention to how much etching solution I need. Personal batteries would be nice. Oh yeah, that reminds me. Where are you? Modular armor. Of course, pyrite. And belt immunity equipment. The only problem with belt immunity equipment, though, is that it has an energy consumption. So yeah, extra inventory space. It's glorious. Inventory size bonus times 10, so extra row. Yeah, feels so good to finally have some modular armor. Saving. 123 hours. Ah, there's batteries. I don't know about getting night vision, though. Vanadium processing will be next. Oh, hey, yeah, about that. See, I need water. There's this stuff called water that is required for this thing called life. And I could use some of that right now. You. Give me some water. Running a little low on pipe. 1.6 plus 8 is 9.6. Not even 8. Yeah, that we're fine. We're fine. Don't mind me. We're fine. That'll do it, to say the least. That should actually fully back up, theoretically. I'm not even going to worry about the balancing of it. What I am gonna do, though, is probably one of these deals. Oh, hello, vanadium. Logistics warehousing, sure. We'll plan for later. Yeah, so this fourth one, technically... doesn't even need that. Yeah. That will work. I have 10 per second, and then 8, so 18 per second. Not quite fully feeding all 4 of these washers, but feeding enough. I probably will do lane balancing. Stupid thing there. Wow, what the heck is he? Oh, right, helium. Hello. That went fast, actually. Like, hold up. That tech went really fast. Alright, so the Pyanodon's tech tree does something really interesting in that there are techs that need different amounts of science of each of the science packs. It's not always 111 for each type of science. Helium here is 3 red, 2 green, and 2 blue. As I said, most other sciences are 111, but it seems that I think a lot of the high tech, the pi high tech, or fusion energy, I think actually, it's pi fusion recipes, require differing amounts of science. Oh right, only one is coming out from here. Huh. These give even amounts. Don't mind me, I'm just changing things. So, congratulations, that is now officially fully belt balanced. Now the question is... Yeah, I have to... Do you empty? Yes, you do. But you are not fully emptying, so this is where I actually have to do my split. I technically don't need to do this balance. Well, I guess if this is backing up like so, I do, but this should be able to fully drain, and this should be able to fully drain, and give me the 15 per second throughput. Ish. Not quite, because remember, I'm not quite making a full 20. I'm making 18. And it would preferentially go here, so this would go -2, so this would be 13. And this would be the full, whatever it needs, 5. So, with that, now about as maximized as I'm willing to make it. That should mean I have about enough to start properly feeding into the phosphorus acid. Although now it looks like potentially it's not enough powdered. Yes. But the thing about the powdered is... Oh yeah, I could totally do Mark II jaw crushers now, can't I? Yeah, about that. What's the difference between Mark II and Mark I on the jaw crushers? Crafting speed has gone up from 1 to 2, so it is double the crafting speed. At 1.5 times the energy. Yeah, that's good. However, yet again, this is another example where we've gone from 2 modules on the Mark I machine down to 1 on the Mark II. Why? It makes no sense. No sense whatsoever. Oh, hello. Especially when you can do productivity like this. Like, what? Granted, 4% productivity on this is not all that worth it, but a, I don't know, a speed module that increases it by 20%, yeah, that would be nice. It's so nice that one little inserter can't keep up. It's so nice that I am now outputting more than a lane. I'm actually... Yeah, I'm outputting way more than a lane. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8... Yeah, that's way more than a single lane. Probably gonna output priority that onto the inside lane. Now looking at the Mark II jaw crusher, I need to pick up stainless steel again. Either way, so I'm just gonna keep watch here, because pretty sure just doing that upgrade is more than enough. More than what I need, so... And I definitely have the input of the phosphate rocks, I'm not worried about that in the slightest. Oh, am I backing up? I am backing up on the phosphorus acid. Oh joy, but I'm not making enough steam. How much steam is required? 134.4. But doesn't this steam come directly from... Is it only coming from a single? Yeah, about that. Oh, no, it's coming from 3 of these. You know what? I'm going to, change this. You there. Get all of the steam. So this thing apparently produces enough steam to feed four uh, steam engines, which means that it's producing the equivalent of 2 boilers worth of steam. So if I need more steam, I definitely don't need the engines, the steam engines going, so apparently I have 2 more steam engines somewhere? Wait, what? I don't have any steam engines anywhere. Uh, the hell? I'm pretty... Oh gosh, that's empty. I'm pretty sure I don't have any steam engines anywhere operating. Like, you what, mate? Where are there steam engines operating? I don't know. I don't think I want to know either. What? And it's on my primary network. Don't have the mod that gives me the color coding enabled. It might have been some outpost somewhere that I later connected to the main grid. I just don't know. This doesn't use steam engines. A conundrum. Wrapped in a mystery. And I guess it's about that. Oh, graphene. Yeah, that's required. It's about to say, it's about that time to pick up the rest of the processing recipes for ores, but nah. Anyway, that's about the best I'm going to get on the phosphoric acid. Yeah, pressure is a lot higher on the phosphoric now. My DDCs, my beautiful red DDCs are moving. I could take the time and upgrade quite literally everything up to Mark II that is worth upgrading to Mark II. But I don't know. Me no. I don't think that it will be worth it for everything. Like, for example, Iron. The glorious Iron. I'm sort of backed up on Iron. All of it. Right now. In fact, I could probably just set up Super Steel and it would go... It would move. Like, I could probably just do Super Steel. Not a problem. It would be only operational when I'm not making stainless steel. But that's fine, because I have literally nothing that is actively consuming stainless steel. For a science pack. Ultimately. So the main consumer is science in this game. That is the main way of getting rid of things. And yeah, iron doesn't have as big of a pull as what I'm producing. Steel doesn't have as big of a pull as what I'm producing. And then the stainless steel has no demand whatsoever outside of what I need to build buildings. In fact, I've got a full chest of stainless steel, so if I wanted to set up super steel, I could. I'd pick up iron ore processing 3 to do that, but again, this would mean setting up an entire vanadium line. So vanadium would have to happen, and then fuel rod Mark 1s, which I can make it without uranium at this point. It can be done without the uranium. Or I could just, mine uranium, or start using the uranium from my rare earth extraction processing. My rare earth processing gives non-zero uranium. It is currently being burned in a burner. Destroyed. Destroy all uranium. However, with that, we have reached the end of the stream today, as I'm sort of floundering for what to do next. What got done today? More fixing of issues, as well as additional scaling of things. So, started off the day up at Circuit 2s by continuing to use productivity modules and scale out the parts of the basic componentry for Circuit 2s to assist things greatly. This has had the effect of actually pushing out more Circuit 2s overall. Although I also noticed that we've had quite a few bottlenecks on the back end, and that included phosphoric acid being a major issue. Phosphoric and phosphene gas, because etching solution was getting rather it was not getting produced. It was starving for phosphoric, but now, as you can see, hey, I've got all of the etching solution on the planet. And I am backed up on this a bit, although it looks like I do have some consumption on my printed circuit substrate 2s. What else consumes the etching solution? Well, these guys, which are backed up now. What are you faltering on? Acetic? Hello? I upgraded my wood line today, which means that I am now consuming more carbon dioxide, which means I now need more carbon dioxide to feed my acetic acid for my zinc acetate, which is causing another bottleneck. I also researched the ability to make beautiful and glorious modular armor. I'm glad I was not carrying stuff on that last line. And I now have the ability to get belt immunity equipment. I also have the ability to now make personal solar panels as well as personal batteries. Speaking of personal batteries, yeah, about that. Probably don't need 10, but about that. See? Batteries. Just gotta have batteries. Gotta have all the batteries, and then all of the wonderful and beautiful solar panels. Unfortunately, with solar panels, the portable solar panels, they require actual solar panels, which will require pyrite, and pyrite requires iron oxide. And sulfur. I said... cough, cough. Where is it? Where are you? Where are you? I said iron oxide and sulfur. Squeeze me. Cannot handcraft, huh? Oh, don't mind me. Oh, broke a thing. Broke a thing. Don't mind me while I casually start making a little bit of pyrite in the last dregs of the stream. I have also continued making various Mark II machines. Oh, that's not even a Mark II. Huh. Interesting. It'll probably get used for something. This might take a minute, because you need 5 pyrite. Because you need 5 pyrite for the stuff. For the solar panel. What else got done? Phosphoric acid. That's what got done. I made the phosphoric. It happened. Solar panel. So yeah, all of this happened. All of this is now Mark II. I've got stand extractors everywhere, as well as washers everywhere. Mark II assembling machines. Mark II high pressure furnaces. A Mark II jaw crusher. Mark II destructive distillation columns. It's getting crazy out here on the production of my phosphoric acid and my phosphene gas. Looks like I actually have more than enough phosphene to feed into this, and I'm now limited on the saline water, which is great. That's fantastic. I have enough hydrogen chloride to do all of the things. Yeah, gonna need a little bit more than just the one. Ooh, hello. That's graphene. Nanotech is next. Here, have a solar panel. Have more solar, portable solar. More portable solar. And all that. And all that jazz. Anyway, with that, I would like to thank you all for watching. This has been Otaku Showboat. I will be back tomorrow with more of this Pyanodon's playthrough, where I am apparently voiding extra hydrogen chloride. I'm apparently overproducing hydrogen chloride. Okay. I mean, I'll take it. I will take it. Absolutely, I will accept that. So yeah, portable solar panels have happened. I am now complete. My modular armor has done its job. is going to be doing its job as soon as it hits morning and I start actually producing power. If you're watching the VOD on YouTube, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Head on over to twitch.tv/Otaku Showboat if you're so inclined to leave a follow and turn on notifications to know when I go live every single day, Sunday through Friday, from 10 a.m. to approximately 1 p.m. Eastern Time. I hope to see you all on the next one.